Hello YouTube, it's Candy215 giving you a review of what I unboxed previously, which is the Lamy Safari in this red color. So let's get started. As you can see, this is red. It's like a fire engine red. It may not come out like that in the video, but when you actually see it, it's a fire engine red. The body is made out of plastic, and this is a metal clip. I would say that the clip is relatively, springy. I mean, it functions, it bends, it does work. Also, I would say that this pen is more of a beginner's pen. I mean, nothing really special with it. It's just a normal beginner's pen. Having said that, it's a very good beginner's pen. I think if you're going to get kind of serious into being a fountain pen writer, you have to have a Lamy Safari. So now let's see why you need a Lamy Safari. So like I said, the body's plastic, and this pen is in red, but they come in a variety of colors. They usually have like a 2012 special edition color, and every year they have their own special edition color. So pop out the cap. It has a nice clicking, not clicking, but snap off cap. In here you can see the window. You can see my finger darkening the window, lightening the window, because right now this pen is empty, has no ink in it. But when you want to see the level of your ink, you just view it through that little window. Also on the barrel here, you can see that it says Lamy. It's easier to see the light, and as you turn it, Lamy disappears. But it's not super visible, which is a nice feature. But only thing I'll say about this, when you unscrew the barrel, and you want to always, personally, I always want to have my Lamy logo where the top of the nib is. But if you were to screw it the wrong way, it's possible that you can have your top of your nib and Lamy is not here at all. It's actually on the flip side. So after several attempts, I've kind of figured out when's the right time to screw it on so Lamy is right there on top. I don't know, skill you develop after a while after having the pen. Here is like a black rubber, I guess you can say a rubber O-ring. It comes with the pen. Usually when you unbox this, you will find that there's paper around, cardboard around this area. Don't fret. It's all good. It's how it's supposed to be. So now let's get into the inside of the pen. Here I have the converter, which came with my pen. A standard Lamy converter. It's empty right now. It's a piston filler, so you just twist and the piston rises up. And you spiral it back down to just to move the piston. In here, which this has a really unique feature, right here, right there, and right there. You can kind of see it if I show it to you this way. These two little dots. This is what goes into your handpiece, I guess. Your writing actual part of it. And there's actually little notches here that click into place, so now you know it's in there securely. So you don't want to put them in the wrong way, because if you put it in the wrong way, you won't hear the clicks. So that's when it's in there securely. It's not really going to come out too hard, too easily, I should say, which is a nice feature. So now we've gone over the converter, the barrel. Now time to get to this aspect of the pen. Here, this is where the nib can actually come off. Let's see if I can get it off. Haven't used this pen in a while. Since it's not coming off, oh, here we go. And the nib comes off. That's the writing section, and this is the actual nib in my hand. It allows you to change from a medium nib to a bold nib to italics nib and all the such, all the like. I currently have a fine nib on this pen. Slide it back on. Make sure it's on there securely. Also, something else that's unique about this part of the pen is the grip section. If you can kind of see, there's a flat side, a rounded side, and another flat side. It's really to help people that are trying to learn how to write. Some people find this grip very annoying because they have unique grip styles, and others find it perfect because they've always held a pen that way. It's just something to know when you're thinking about purchasing this pen, because that can be a make or break for a lot of people. So I want to give you guys a writing sample. So let me just ink this pen up for you really quickly, and then I'll show you how this writes. So I'm going to use a little Parker black. Push it all, turn it all the way to the top. I don't need a lot, just a little bit. Make sure it snaps in place. Make sure I put on the barrel correctly. Oh, see, I messed up that time. But it's alright. Snap this back on. Inky hands, that means you're doing something right. Now, time to get the paper for the writing sample. Voila. So, let's start off with some just normal writing. You've noticed that this immediately started writing without me having to scratch anything, which is really good. Well, if you can kind of notice, you heard a little noise when I was writing. This nib is relatively smooth for the price that you're paying for it. This cost, I found this pen as low as $27 and as high as $40. Personally, the worth for a beginner would be about 30 bucks. This is a really good deal here if you can find it at that price, and this is a little bit inflated, personally. But also, as you notice, the pen does lay down a nice amount of ink. It doesn't skip, it just continuously writes. If you want to see some fast writing, you can say like Candy 215. Quickly scribbled on there. It does keep up with the feed. The feed keeps up with the nib, I should say. Everything works really well, and my grip on this pen is relatively comfortable. I do like how it kind of tells you how to hold the pen, because sometimes sometimes your hands get a little, worked up, I should say. Your hand starts to slip, but with this, it's a nice grip section that has your hands held here, and then right at where the nib is, there's a stopper, so your hands don't really slide around. Well, if I were to give this pen a rating from 1 to 10, I would say I would give this pen a 7.5 for beginners. No, I would give this pen an 8.5 for beginners, and I would say I would give it a 7.5 for non-beginners. I would say probably if you were at an intermediate to amateur, to intermediate to beginner level, that this is a great pen. 10. Hope you guys all enjoy, and please like, comment, subscribe for more reviews on your headphones and anything else you find interesting like these pens. See you guys later.